What's up, all you bitches and bitchettes? It's the franchise and, of course, the king as we coming to you live and direct with the GOW After Dark. And we're going to talk that SmackDown and Rampage. Bro, what's good?
You just made my mic go out. Damn. That's a hell of a cold open. Oh shit, man. Oh goddamn, man. You a fool. Bitches and bitchettes. Like goddamn. Well, fuck you too. Oh shit. Doc, what's up, man? I mean, yeah, Earl. Yeah, Earl, get him, Earl. Right, damn.
Hey, don't forget the bitchettes.
Well, I mean, you were fair.
Hey, you know, we don't discriminate. All across the board. We got whores, Jezebels, and the like.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hell no. Doc, you tripping, man. Butch versus Zeus.
Oh, man. Hey, but what's up, everybody? Man, it's a GOW. It's After Dark, man. It's a Friday night fight party.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely After Dark.
We're going to talk a little bit of SmackDown and get into this AEW Rampage, man. But before we get started, Brody, what's good, man?
Shit, man, the way you started this show, that's what's good.
Oh, man. Hey, you know, it's funny. I didn't know I was going to say that until I said it.
And that's usually how it goes down. That's usually how it works. Oh, shit, man. Wow, but nothing much, man. You know, a little bit under the weather, man, with all this snow, then sunshine, then rain, then snow. Man, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but man, definitely just trying to get through it, man. But other than that, man, watching a little wrestling, you know, waiting to chill out, talk to the people for a minute. Other than that, man, I'm good, man. What's good with you?
Man, bro. Before we, got on the air, man, and we was talking, we was kind of giving our thoughts about SmackDown and, what we liked, what we didn't like. And I will say this, man. Thank God Vince McMahon is not running creative, because I was just really thinking about the last few months, not even the last year, but the last few months of Raw and SmackDown, and just even the subpar shows, man. Even if they're not great, they're tolerable. And I can see the effort and the give a fuck in the storyline. Like right now with Santos. Santos is a perfect example of somebody that you and I, man, we've been clamoring for a while to do something, more serious and more legitimate. But it kind of seemed like, he had to take a back seat for his own solo career because of the LWO. There was a bigger picture at hand, and now it's starting to seem like we'll get a more serious Santos, maybe a little bit more NXT-esque. We got KO, we got Sami Zayn being taken serious again. We got LA Knight, which I'm not gonna lie, dude, I kind of got scared. I kind of felt that after that match with Roman, man, LA Knight was gonna go back to the bottom of the ladder. But as we've seen with Randy Orton, we'll talk about that in a second. He's still right now, he's still kind of high up there for the time being. So, we got CM Punk back, we got Randy back. So I'm liking the direction of WWE. I'm liking the fact that, when we start off the show, we had Bianca Belair, we got the whole Damage Control, we got Charlotte Flair. We have so much talent right now.
Real quick. Then we got to get to these comments real quick. The Damage Control, the fact that they came out and it was the Damage Control we think is going to actually be the Damage Control of Kairi Singh, Asuka, Io Shirai, and Dakota Kai as the kind of interpreter mouthpiece for these ladies. So the fact that they came out and it wasn't with Bayley, I was like, ooh, they already showing it to us. Yeah, it's going down. It's definitely going down.
And speaking of that, you know what else I realized when I seen that? And it's kind of funny how when Bayley was the leader of Damage Control, it was like Dakota Kai always kind of felt like the eyeball. She always kind of felt like that third person, that third wheel, and how she went from being the least relevant to now you are the most relevant, and now Bayley's kind of like on the outside. It's like, I like that role reversal.
Yeah, especially for those two, little subtle things. So I definitely noticed that too. But and I mean, she still needs work on her promo, but talking. But other than that, it was still that was still noteworthy. At least the most out of that segment. About as far as what happened. But you said what? Oh, for some reason. But I thought that was like kind of really the best part about that was just that little thing that when they came out. But other than that, man, the show was okay. Kind of moving forward, man. But man, we gotta get these comments real quick, man. Earl says, "That's it, damn it, too cold for podcaster of the year. Franchise gets the Will Smith treatment at the party. Uninvited, banned from the building. See, you disrespect the people, man, and kick your ass out." Lee says, "Man, I sent a request to get Bailey's interest music changed to apple bottom jeans. You stupid." Lee, you a fool. Earl says, "Man, this direction is temporarily for Royal Rumble match push." That is true. Because right now there's nothing else to really there's nothing really to look forward to other than the Royal Rumble. I mean, you had Cody go ahead and announce he's going to be the first one already.
Yeah.
He's going to be the first person to announce that he's in the Royal Rumble, not the number one entry. But other than that, we don't see it for anything else other than them just setting up for the Royal Rumble, which means you're about to set up a whole bunch of new rivalries. You're about to just kind of let some, you got to let some things, kind of play out to kind of see, what's gonna, who's going to be, who's going to get that push towards the Royal Rumble time, because this is usually when we get to see, we get to see some new faces, kind of break out, kind of have a moment, to kind of, give themselves a chance for WrestleMania season to kind of maybe get on a card for something. And the Royal Rumble always a good chance for that. Then of course you get the Elimination Chamber, and then of course you get WrestleMania. But I really do think that right now that's exactly what everything is. It's just a push for the Royal Rumble. So it's going to be kind of a it's going to be a kind of a slow walk, to be honest.
I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask because just for the sake of conversation. There was a poll put out on social media, and it said, "Do you like the new format that WWE has been going in the last 2 years, in which they just go straight from Survivor Series and then with the main roster that is straight from Survivor Series? Then you kind of got like that month and a half, 2 month break, and then go into the Rumble, or do you prefer still being that one PLE or pay-per-view in between?" Me, I know I like straight from Survivor Series to the Rumble because now you got time to really craft meaningful stories going into Mania. What are your thoughts?
I too am okay with that. For them to not, would it hurt to put a pay per view on? No. One a pay per view like day one was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because you still had a month before you still had almost 30 days, at least about 28, 20, maybe 27 days until the Royal Rumble, because that was on January 1st. The Royal Rumble usually wasn't until about the 28th or 27th, 29th, 30th, whatever that last kind of Saturday is before the end of the month. As we got Sting and Ric Flair coming out to the ring to talk to Tony Schiavone. So that was okay too, but the 2 months to just really give guys time. I mean, that little pay-per-view in between wouldn't have hurt. Because that's another just added buffer kind of leading into somebody to have a big match on a pay-per-view before leading up to the Royal Rumble. And it just kind of helps you, in the Royal Rumble, just as far as your entry or what you may or may not be able to do. But it doesn't hurt if they have this pay-per-view or not. Again, they still have plenty of time to tell a story. The only difference is they will probably have to tell some stories a little faster if they did have a pay-per-view. Again, at the that kind of like day one thing, because you have to set up something for that. But no, you take the 2 full months, and hey, man, you got to prepare. But if you don't do anything with it, the criticism that comes with it should be fair, because that's 2 whole months that you had to build up and to get things ready. But we'll talk about that as we get more closer to it.
Absolutely. As we got, like you said, man, we got Sting in the ring, we got Ric Flair coming down, man. Let's get through this SmackDown card, and then we can finish talking about everything else, and then get back on this AEW. But man, to start off tonight, we had a recap of the women's War Games. We had Bianca Belair come out, challenge Io Sky. Outcomes, we already said it. Damage Control minus Bailey. Shotzi and Charlotte came in for the backup to even the odds. First match of the night, we got Butch versus Bobby Lashley. It was a solid match, man. It was what it was. Lashley ended up picking up the victory in that. Then we get a recap of the men's War Games. The Randy Orton returned, and of course CM Punk. Then we get another segment, which we got Paul Heyman. He confronted Nick Aldis about, basically inviting Randy Orton to SmackDown. And Nick Aldis says, "Hey, look, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, including offering up the whole entire bloodline. What you gonna do?" And my thing is with this, I know we had a segment on Raw where Jay tried to make amends with Randy, and Randy like, "Hey, look, I see what you've been doing, and Cody cool with you. I'm rocking with you. As long as you ain't with the bloodline, we good." Where do you see this going with Randy and the bloodline, though? Do you feel like we're gonna pay this thing off with with Jay and Roman still, or where do you see the payoff of this going with Randy?
I mean, him versus Roman. Now the question is when. That's because again, remember I said there's a couple of people that Roman Reigns did not face during this title reign.
Yeah.
And Randy was one of them. It was Randy and Seth. He didn't face those two during this time. So it's like, all right, Randy's now back. So you can kind of maybe do something with him, but the question is when. Is this a Royal Rumble setup? I mean, I can't see not having Roman Reigns show up to wrestle, not just show up for a show, but show up to wrestle until WrestleMania. 2024 better not come in, and there better be a WWE Heavyweight Championship match for the Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble. If it's against Randy Orton, then it's against Randy Orton. But if it's not, it needs to be against somebody. He needs to fight somebody. But he should not fight until WrestleMania. Not unless you're going to tell me you're saving him until Elimination Chamber, which I think that's the one that's supposed to be in Australia. That's the one that's going overseas. I want to say is Royal Rumble.
Or is it France?
Huh?
Or is it France?
France, Australia, whatever. I know Elimination Chamber is going overseas.
Yeah.
He may show up for that one, but I feel like Royal Rumble and that he would show up for both of those. I mean, you ain't doing. I mean, hell, at least one of those two he would show up for. But I don't think you want to go almost 2 months into 2024 and we still ain't seen this man wrestle. He just might have showed up once or twice. But I doubt if Randy's gonna wait 2 months for a title shot. But I don't know. I see it eventually being that, but it's all about when. So when are you going to set it up? Because right now he's got time to go through Solo and Jimmy. So he's got time to get to Roman. So to me, that's the bigger question.
Okay. And my thing is too, you're right. And my thing is, I guess I'm kind of like, I feel like time is winding down to have these matches with Roman while he still has the belt because we haven't seen him. I mean, I still want to see Seth, but I know Seth got his own thing going on. They talking about, eventually they want to do a CM Punk versus Roman. So it's just like you got Randy in the mix right now.
SmackDown next week.
Yeah, so I'm just like, man, it's Cody. Is Cody gonna fit? Like, it's a good problem to have because you really don't know right now where this is going. I say about 5-6 months ago, we kind of thought maybe we might have had a clue on where this is going. Oh, it's gonna be Roman versus Cody again. They said, man, right now you don't know that for sure now.
The people are in the comments. What's up, Penelope? Want to make sure we shout out to you. We shout out everybody else. Gotta make sure we shout out our girl Penelope. See, you may be right. For me, I just want. I see the thing. I don't even know who I would want if it's not one of them.
Yeah,
like it is like who. Because one for Cody, my biggest thing is you brought back Punk, you got Randy back. you got one of the you got them coming back. I'm sorry, you got them coming back, but the Cody story, have people given up on it? That's the thing. Have people given up? Not saying they've given up on Cody, but the thought of, okay, do we care for him to win now that we got Punk back, and we can see the potential of CM Punk going up against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Now that Randy's back, will they set that up for WrestleMania? Even though, do you say to yourself, does Randy need it? In which you can ask that question. You can ask a couple of questions. Does Punk need it? Punk would kind of need it because he's just not coming back after 10 years. But it also is, do you still care about Cody's story? Do you still care if he wins? Again, I hate for him to get the Batista treatment of winning Royal Rumble when he's the one that the fans don't want to. The fans didn't already made their pick. Now ain't no telling what happens from now on to the Royal Rumble. That may change Cody's perspective. So therefore, it's like I don't want him to get one of those things.
So here's my thing about the Cody, because when Cody came over to WWE from AEW, he made such a big deal about getting a belt that his father, that Dusty, never got. So my thing is, you mean to tell me, you had this man going through the hell in the cell, you had him going through all he went through, the whole comeback story, the whole disappointment of the WWE universe, and him losing on the grandest stage of them all, the granddaddy out there in LA, just for him to lose to a guy that's been gone for 10 years? Like,
that's again different story. Other more questions you got to ask for each person. Do you still want to see Randy win? Do you think Randy win? Can Punk really beat Roman Reigns? Do you really care for Cody Rhodes' story and doing it? That's why I was like, man, it really depends on the other question of this story. And then outside of those three, who's the other person? For me, it's Seth. Yeah, because I feel like Seth, to me, it's Seth. I'm sorry, man. I want my Roman Reigns versus Seth for this championship, and I feel like Seth would be the one to beat him. Like he could do it, and maybe that's the problem. But do you want to give it to a veteran that's already proven out? For Cody, it'll be his first time winning this World Heavyweight Championship here.
Right.
Everyone else has already won it. So you have that, but then if it's not none of them, and you want someone new or who hasn't won it yet, you can go Priest, Money in the Bank.
And that's the thing too. Like, when is he gonna cash in? Who he gonna cash in? Because
the man's got to next year's Money in the Bank. He could do it whenever the hell he wants to. So it's like you still got so many more questions to. Okay, if it's not this person, or if it is this person, but do you really care, or this or this or this? It's like, but then who? Like, I really don't know who, and I feel like Cody may really be on the shit end of that stick now. Man, we gotta get some of these questions, man. People.
Let's go,
man, real quick. Damn, I gotta figure out. Okay, we're gonna go back where Penelope came in. Y'all gotta get the. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Whoa. The direction of temporary. Earl says, man, who y'all got getting the next call up for the main roster of NXT? We said Carmelo. We said Braun Breaker.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, maybe Ivar. Not Ivar. I mean, my boy Ilya. I'm sorry. It could be another. I mean, because right now they just brought up the Creed Bros, so it's like, all right, and they're kind of working out for what they're doing on Raw. So it's like, it may be a while. Dragon Lee's been up for a minute. I don't know, but right now I don't want them bringing up too many people, because then I don't want them just not doing anything. So it's like, right now you're getting ready for WrestleMania season. You're getting ready to push who you're getting ready to push. So I really wouldn't be bringing up too many more people, because because you're gonna figure out what set you're gonna go with. You still got to figure out what you're gonna do with this Ridge Hollins and Pete thing. You still got some of that stuff to to look at. So we'll wait and see. Doc says Rock will be in the Royal Rumble, but no. And then that's when Penelope told him, nah, he'll be in another Marine movie. No, that's John C. That's actually the Miz. Randy versus Bloodline better not end with Roman keeping the belt. That depends on when we get the match, Earl. That's the whole reason why I said it depends on when. If it's at the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber, there's a good chance, man, Roman's keeping it. If it's at WrestleMania, it's 50-50. That's about the best option I'm going to give you, or best chance you can think of how that may pan out. True Rock over the like True Rock and Oprah begging for donations like franchise. Damn, damn Doc, throwing shots. Clive says, man, WWE has announced that the undisputed champion Roman Reigns' next opponent will be the December 15th episode in Green Bay. Following that show, Roman will appear January 5th in Vancouver and as well as Atlanta on January 19th. I mean, yeah, because that'll be leading up to the Royal Rumble. So hopefully we'll be seeing if he'd be having a match. But again, I don't know. Earl is thinking Randy versus Jimmy prior to Mania, Randy versus Solo Mania, or Roman versus Randy, which one of those could possibly happen too. Again, what are you doing with Solo? What are you doing with Jimmy? Well, we know what we're doing with Jimmy. We're getting Jimmy and Jay at WrestleMania. I think that's one match you don't really have to argue about that we're going to get. We're going to get Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. They will pick classes, man. They will pick CM Punk or Randy over Cody, which, again, is that what you want going into the story? You're going to have to turn Cody almost heel. Or he's going to end up in the same problem he was when he was in AEW. Leads, and then he said the Miz and Marine, blah, yeah. And then because man, Cody's story is a back burner thing to happen post Roman losing the title. Yeah, Mama says, "What's happening? What's happening?"
What up?
Penelope says, "Man, is it sad that Brandy cooks better than Rody? Is it sad that Brandy cooks better than Cody wrestles? That's still the debate." Cody breaks right. Cody breaks down. Cody break down too much and cry, and Vince did not like it. I mean, he didn't, but that was a hell of a way to punish him. Cody getting the belt would be attached to Cody's retirement.
He got a while to go. He
still got a couple of years. I don't see that happening. Vince should have WWE $1 Million theme song with Guy laughing in the background because Vince have walked and money also has bought talent. Oh, also because he can buy talent. Yeah, true. Vince was Vince. Priest gonna fail and then cash in. Damn, Earl, why Priest gonna fail and then cash in?
The hell no. I stand.
Not if it's for the World Heavyweight Championship. If it's for the world, he has a better shot of cashing it in and being the World Heavyweight Champion than I think he does for the WWE Championship. But again, we don't know what they're going to do. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of players here and what they can do. Doc says, I want to see Punk versus RVD in a Rumble match. Well, RVD's not wrestling back in WWE no time soon. Roman will keep it to the next few years. Please, hell no. Cody going to work as long as his daddy. He's going to work as long as daddy, that's for sure. But will he get the title? That's going to be the question.
Man, he gonna get the title. Let me tell you, man. All the little babies, man. What the kids call them? All the little jits out there in Philly. In Philly, they're gonna be out there. Mama, daddy, he did it. And then you know what Cody gonna do? He gonna go back to the black hair. But until then, he got to keep the Eminem bleached blonde. All right,
back to the dashing black.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna save that thought for a different time. Oh, but I will say, if Cody do lose, his future I believe will definitely be dashing. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. We gonna get on that. We're gonna get on that.
Okay.
All right, man. But moving forward, so we got that, man. Then we got recap of the fall of the LWO. We got Santos beating the piss out of Joaquin Wild. Dragon Lee came in to make the save. So they gonna do a little something with that. We got Logan Paul. He came out. He announced next week we're gonna have an 8-man tournament to determine the number one contender for his U.S. title. One of those people will be a random NXT superstar. We got Kevin Owens versus Grayson Waller, man. KO picked up the victory. Next week, during tribute to the troops, we will have a return to SmackDown of CM Punk for the first time in over a decade. Then we get the EST of WWE. We get Bianca Belair versus Kairi Sane. It was a so-so match. Belair picked up the victory. But before that, man, we had Damage Control. More specifically, we had Io Sky telling Bayley, hey, we don't need you, man. Stay backstage. Bayley still tried her hand to help the team. Ended up still not getting the victory. I'm curious to see how that, you know what? Okay, this is what I'm curious about, because there is no pay-per-view coming up. And we do got quite a bit of time into the Rumble. I want to know, because I thought maybe they would have turned on Bayley after they lost at Survivor Series. I'm trying to figure.
It's still working up. They're still working it up.
Do we see a match with Bayley versus one of the Damage Control members at either Rumble or Mania?
Most definitely. Who? I'm not sure. It could be Kairi Sane, because she attacked her before she left.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Depending on how long Io is the champion, that really depends on that. Or it could be Asuka, but I think the attack will happen sometime by Christmas.
Okay.
I'm thinking sometime by Christmas there'll be a decision made. If it's not done soon, but I think, something kind of shocking to be done around the holiday time,
Right.
Yeah, right now we got Sheeta and Sky Blue and that girl Statliner, the resident alien, getting ready to come down and lay some hands, all former champions. They all look different without that belt action.
Yeah, I know, right? Some people, man, it just, you get so used to seeing them, like, yeah, she look naked.
Yeah, but we got a trios women's match. Anna Jay and the Outcast going up against Statliner, Sheeta, and Sky Blue.
TK said, man, look, I'm tired of y'all bitching about putting no women on the card. Look, we got 25 minutes and we got 6 women. Shut the hell up and watch.
Yeah.
Earl
But
says,
I can definitely see Damage Control, deciding against Bayley by the time we get around Christmas. I'm gonna say about the week of Christmas, it'll probably be official. If it's not a match with one of them by then. But something will happen within the next, what is it, December 1st? So let the countdown begin. 24 more days till Christmas. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Oh, today is the first. Good God Almighty. Somebody ain't
month, man. Come on. Wake up. It's the
first of the month. Yeah. All right, man. We got that. Then, of course, man. So the last segment of the night, man, we got Randy Orton coming out to the ring. We got Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. We got SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. Contracts in hand. Of course, man, before we even get that, we get Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. They came out and jumped Randy before Randy ended up getting saved by LA Knight. And then Randy ended up RKOing the piss out of Jimmy, signed a contract for SmackDown. My boy Nick Aldis thought that was all it was and all it was going to be. Got his ass RKO'd real smooth. As you see Randy hearing the voices in his head, kind of look like, damn, probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, I did it. Oh, well, pause. And then we go off the air. So, bro, Randy Orton, he's officially a SmackDown superstar. We got CM Punk still looming in free agency. Of course, you got the whole backstage drama, quote-unquote, shoot work thing going on with him and Seth Rollins. Does that mean we see CM Punk become an official Raw superstar, even though he's showing up on SmackDown next week?
Possibly. But again, keep
in mind they still have a plan for him versus Roman too. So keep that in mind.
Right. I don't know, man. This is man. I don't know, man. I don't know. For the time being, I can see him signing the Raw.
Yeah.
Because eventually the Seth Rollins and CM Punk pipe bomb is going to explode. We're going to get that.
Okay.
So you can build it for the Rumble or you can build it for Mania. The question is Punk going to be trying to wrestle like he did in AEW? Now, he wrestled a lot in AEW. Really think about it. He actually wrestled quite a bit.
Yeah.
How is he going to be doing that here now in WWE? Like, how many matches are we going to get out of this guy? How many times is he just going to come out and talk? What is he going to be doing? Like, that's what I want to know. That's what I need to see. But I can see him going to Raw and have a couple of matches with a couple of people, but it's really going to be interesting to see just kind of what the real true vibe is, and what they can get out of it.
I mean, my thing is this: you got people, but look, dude, Triple H, Vince, Kevin Dunn, all of them, they know. Before CM Punk came back, dude, they did everything in their power, ripping up CM Punk fan signs, sitting up trying to bleep his name out. It got to the point a few times where they had no choice but to acknowledge CM Punk and troll the fans, just because that's how much they were clamoring for him to come back. Dude, you see, soon as CM Punk came in on Saturday, bro, Sunday, they was touting the fuck out of, oh my God, CM Punk is back, most views ever, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I believe they're going to have him, if not wrestle, he's going to be on TV, if not every week, enough. Because I believe they're going to try to squeeze as much milk out this cow as they can, because everybody seems to think the same thing. At least fan-wise. He ain't no telling how long we're going to have CM Punk. He might be there 6 weeks, might be there 6 months, might be there 6 years. You don't know. And I believe WWE is going to squeeze every minute out of that. So that's why I'm not too worried about how much
years has a 1 to 100 odds on that one.
Yeah. All right. So that means between now and WrestleMania, you better have his ass on every show, every brand, every day.
Man. But okay, so part of that though, with people feeling like, oh, he's back where he needs to be. It wasn't that easy. Like, people need to stop acting like he could just, it was his decision just to go back to WWE. It was not on the table for him to go back to WWE. Let's keep that in mind. There's always been conventional talks, but they weren't really moving anything to bring him back to the show. It finally got to the point where Tony took over, and started taking care of more of the business, and he went to Punk and got Punk to come back to TV. And Punk came back to TV. So regardless of if it was good, great, trashy, whatever you think about it, it was still something monumentous, because we got Punk back in wrestling. That was all. We needed to get him back in wrestling, and we got him back in wrestling. What happened. He had some highs. He had some highs. He had some lows.
He had some high highs.
Some high highs. And some low lows. Lows.
But think about it, bro. In 2 years, and remember, you spent the majority of them 2 years hurt. Within 2 years, not only did you get your own goddamn show, your own whole entire show, you walked out as champion, unofficial champion of a company, and you got to do the largest pay-per-view ever. And then you go back to, okay, let me ask you this. Do you think this return would have happened? I'm not going to say ever. But do you think it would have happened this year had Survivor Series not been in Chicago?
Yeah. I still think he would have showed. I still think he would have showed up. Because it's CM Punk. It just happened to be a bigger thing because it was in Chicago. That's all it was.
Let me ask you this. And I'm gonna let you finish because I really want you to elaborate. But do you think AEW will be able to run the Chicago market the same way now that CM Punk is gone? Because they was relying on Chicago heavily.
Yeah. Nothing's gonna change. Nothing's gonna change because they were just in Chicago. They had a nice crowd there. People were there. There's still other talent there that people like. Yeah, CM Punk was the highlight, but some people from Chicago, they were upset about what he decided to do, but at the same time, a lot of them apparently weren't really that mad. Like, some of them were more mad at him than anything because he got into the incident. But
Yeah.
No, they'll still do good in Chicago, man, because it's still AEW. They still have a lot of talent that a lot of people like, other than just CM Punk. So no,
Right.
we'll enjoy the show, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. As Sky Blue picked up the victory in the trios match
Yeah.
over Ruby Soho.
You said Soho Ruby. Hey, I got it, man. What do you think of Britt Baker, man? So apparently it's come to our attention thanks to her via her social media that she has not had a single minute of airtime on the mic, live promo, all of 2023. She
Is she
seems to
not
be,
hurt? Is she
huh?
not hurt? I seen that. I seen that. Is she not hurt? Is she has she not been out? Has she not
So
been recovering?
so the belief was that initially she was at home helping take care of Adam Cole, but then that got quickly debunked because Adam Cole's been on TV, broken foot and all. So now that begs the question: do you believe it's storyline, or do you think this is really her showing general frustration? We had the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy. He tweeted, I believe it was either today or yesterday. He's frustrated with the way that him and Jeff been getting handled creatively in AEW, and feel like there's more they can be doing. There's a lot of people coming out the woodwork all of a sudden, venting frustration. Do
Okay.
you do you think it's, what am I trying to say? TK, the thing that we liked about AEW at first was because they had a bunch of indie guys and girls, and then they had a sprinkling of AEW and other talent. But for the most part, man, AEW was kind of his own thing. We said the one thing that kind of got WWE in trouble before the mass layoffs, they had too much talent. Do you feel like AEW has too many people, and they're like TK? I feel like TK is going to do what Vince was doing. He's taking the hottest free agents just to say he got them, but then when you get them, I don't think he's able to properly display all the big names that he has.
Well, he can't put them all in the same. He can't put them all in the title picture, but
Right.
because of the flexibility that he has with all the contracts and the people
Yeah,
of them going to other places, that kind of level things out because they can leave and go make money elsewhere and come back
that's true.
when
That's true.
when opportune. So, but people also need to understand, just because TK signs somebody don't mean they all instantly become the champion. They're not
Yeah,
supposed to instantly just come in and just hog all the spotlight. Like, yeah, they need to get some time. Like Jay White, he came in. Jay White's been on TV almost, if not every week, almost every damn week, every other week.
yeah,
So it's not like the guy has not been, evolved. He's had some great matches. I mean, damn, the tag team match he had with Juicy and FTR, that
yeah.
was a classic. The match he had with was it Heyman Page he fought, or was that, did he fight Page? I think he did fight Page. But he's had quite a few matches since he's been on the show,
Yeah.
and he's had some great classic, some good matches. Hell, the MJF match was cool. The Swerve match was awesome. Like
Yeah.
the dude has been doing the damn thing, and he already got a title opportunity. But uh, as far as Britt Baker is concerned, that can be taken up to. You could take that however you want to.
Yeah.
My thing is, we know she got back problems,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been seeing the effect of those back problems in some of her matches when she was wrestling.
Yeah.
If there's not a storyline or something for her to do, then what is the real complaint? Now, there has been complaints that, she got too much TV time, but none of the other women did. But,
Yeah.
there could be the notion that she's got zero time because she hasn't been there. But I don't think that's just TK not caring about Britt Baker, his franchise woman. Like, that's who she is. That's his franchise. Like, you based, I mean, not based it on her, but she was pretty much like one of the hottest females you had. And you had to, she had you led on her for 4 years. Even when she was hurt, she was still showing up, being a presence,
Mm-hmm.
doing something. So I don't think it's necessarily she's throwing shots. Then again, I asked the question: is she hurt? Is she healthy to come back? I mean, What's the storyline? How are you coming back? Who you fighting? What you doing? Like, because right now, I don't see TK just not having her on just because he don't want to use her. I don't
Right,
think that, or he can't come up with something for her. It's Britt Baker. There's so many people she can wrestle. She can be involved in a lot of the matches and stuff that's been going on. So no, I don't think that. Now, as far as the Hardy Boys, real quick, Matt needs to realize, man, y'all are done.
Mm.
Y'all done. You're upset with creative. What creative for what? You man, dude, I told you, as much as I love the Hardy Boys, and you know I love the Hardy Boys, but when Jeff got arrested, man, prior to that tag team title match they were supposed to have with the Young Bucks, bro,
Yeah.
that killed all the momentum, man, that the Hardys ever had. Dude,
Yeah.
I said them coming back now, man, is just you're here for talent enhancement. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you're the Hardy Boys, you're loved, you're respected, but there's nothing else for you right now, man. You're not. I don't want to watch. I don't. And I know people are like, and I know the double standard is coming, but people want to watch Edge and Christian. It's like, yeah, there's a difference,
But
bro.
Edge and Christian are still like when you watch Edge and Christian, they
They're
don't
still
move like
capable.
they've been in there for 20 years. When you see Matt and Jeff, bro, even walking to the ring, they looking like they in pain.
Walking to the ring, moving like it's you see the broken down of the extreme for so
Yeah.
long, and dude, you're not really like you're there, but you're not. You're a nostalgia act now. Like, and I hate to say it, and I hate to say it like that. Like, I really hate to say it like that, but you're a nostalgia act now. You're not. You're not supposed to be fighting for the championships. And if you do fight for the championship, you're putting over whoever the champion is. You're
Yeah.
not. You're not. You're not out there. Your title run is over. Now, even if y'all were to say, "Well, we're going to retire in such and such time," guess what? Okay, see you. You get another title. You get another title shot. It may be Ring of Honor before it be AEW again.
Right,
But
right, right.
I don't really I really don't see the Hardy Boys doing anything that's like, oh my God, man, we need this. No,
Right.
I'm sorry. And again, they're not able to do the things they need to do in the ring. Edge and
And that's
Christian is different, man. They move different. Their style is different in what they do compared to the Hardys.
it's funny, even in Christian's older age, one would say this may be very well outside of maybe his 2-year run as champion in TNA. This probably is the best run of his career.
Right. Like the dude is the Hardys aren't there. Like you're not there anymore, man. Y'all are there. Y'all gonna always be who y'all are, but y'all just not there.
And you know what really killed it too for me as far as Matt Hardy as a singles guy, and I hate that he had to make his AEW debut during this time. He had so much fire coming off of that broken Matt Hardy gimmick. Well, I guess in WWE is woken Matt Hardy, and then Vince watered the shit out of that down, and they try to revive it back in AEW, which very quickly got canned because obviously that shit don't work in front of no fans. It just looks stupid. And it's like, bro, like you said, it hurts my feelings, dude, because I remember that pop that the Hardy Boys got when they were announced as that last tag team at WrestleMania when the New Day announced who they were, and they came in and that crowd, bro, was so
But they
hot.
were coming off of a run. You were
Yeah,
going through different companies winning the tag
everybody.
team titles, and it's like, oh my God, they could come back
Yeah,
to WWE after so
yeah.
long, and bam, they came back and they won.
And
that
and
that
and,
that was different
and
compared
I
to
think
what
the
you're doing
crazy
now.
part And I think the crazy part about that was nobody expected that because the night before they literally won the tag titles before they showed up in WWE. So like, nah, they're not coming back. They just won. And now it's like you said, nostalgia act, bro. And it hurt. It hurt because it's like, man, it's like watching somebody that don't know when it's time. And that's the part. Like with Kurt Angle when he came back in WWE that last time it hurts so bad, bro, because it's like, man, when he was a general manager, people like, man, let's see Kurt, let's see Kurt. Then he teamed up with the Shield, and then he started having like little matches. And it's like, yeah, nah, this ain't. I don't want to. This ain't how I want to remember Kurt's last matches.
I felt that exact way, and you're right, man. It's someone not recognizing that it's time. Again, we talked about that moment at WrestleMania, and then we talked about their moment where Jeff Hardy showed up to AEW, and the momentum of where they were at for that, because that truly I feel like was their last run. I think that was the if they were going to ever uh if they were ever going to get the belts and have that lineage and that, oh wow, that was a terrible moonsault. Somebody messed up. But
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah. Boy, my boy Lucky might have pulled a hammy or something. And boy then finally did one too many times. He on this thigh like he messed up. Um that was something special, but it got ruined. And it just fell to the wayside because you were doing ridiculous stuff with Matt Hardy for that entire time. Matt wasn't really doing shit. His contract was being bought out. He was somebody else's bitch. It was like this is what like it's like, bruh, and it's not Matt's fault, but it's like he suffered for his brother's actions,
And
and
that
we
was crazy
suffered for
because Jeff was out for what, like over a little bit over a year, right?
2 years, man. The dude was
Yeah.
off for 2 years.
So you gotta think about it. That's 2 years of in-ring time and story that you done lost.
And the momentum of what you were doing.
Yeah.
Because again, that could have been because to me that should have been the last hurrah because it's like, bro, this is where you go out on top. Like
Man.
this is where you go out, you win the belts, you won every tag team title belts because you went on this run before you got to when you got back to WWE, then you leave WWE, you've already won all these other titles, and you can
Right.
have the new set of tag team titles into the wrestling industry, bruh. And the story against you and the Young Bucks, like that was it was there. Now you can say, well, you got the Young Bucks still, you got Edge and Christian, but right now I don't know how long they're gonna last before you can put Edge and Christian together to be an actual tag team. Um, so yeah, I don't know, man. But Earl says, man, what's gonna be the big plan for Jay? Is she gonna be held till the Rumble? She may show up at the Rumble, but Jay was green as money. Okay, they were Jade had her issues in AEW, and they're trying to get those bad habits out of her. So we may not see Jade until the Rumble, and because in the Rumble she's not really wrestling anybody. It's more of just a fight and just tossing
Yeah.
people out. So it could be more of a moment that she can have than anything. Bully Ray is Bully Ray is real big and he has muscles now. Yeah, well, yeah, he still wrestles. But he still wrestles. Like that's the whole thing. Uh, Earl says, man, what are the odds that we're getting a wrestling first double retirement match with Edge and Christian versus Hardy Boys? I'll buy that.
Hardy Boys 3 years ago, yeah. Hardy Boys now, nah.
They could just go. They could just retire and they can just have their last match. And if that's the case, just do it with the Bucks and get it over. Just do it with the
You
Bucks.
so over it.
Yeah, man, I am, man.
Hey,
I'm over it,
this man didn't have no grace. He said they could just go.
They can just go. And because bro, again, you just said it, man. It's like it's to a
I
point, man,
know.
where it's like, man, I don't want to watch these guys wrestle anymore. Like, man, it's really hard to watch you wrestle and enjoy it because I see the pain and anguish that you're going through. But you don't this business is an addicting drug to a lot of these guys. And look at Ric Flair. So it's like we understand that, and that's where it gets to a point where it's just like, man, I'm okay with them going. Like, and that's why I say I'm as blunt with it as it is. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, no, I don't want them to go. No, they can go. They can go. They've done all they can do. Yeah. They had their opportunity. It didn't happen. But hey, they did what they could, and that's it. I don't care what Flair wants to do, Clive. He don't need to. He don't need to. I'm keeping it 100, man. Look, I'm already under the weather. He says, man, I'm speaking from the hip.
You talking to one of your kids. I don't care what Flair want to do, Clyde.
I don't mean to come at my boy all like that, but I'm just Flair don't need to wrestle. Hey, man, I don't need man. You 74 years old, man. Sit your ass down somewhere.
And didn't he have like 2 last matches?
3, I think. But bro, I don't. He don't need to wrestle. It's a wrap, bro. It's over. It's done.
I
You,
don't, I
you,
don't
you,
care what you
you,
want to do.
yeah, you don't need to do it no more. It's all good. You don't
Oh,
need to do that shit no more.
oh man,
Hey,
but no,
which is why look, and the guy that I sit here and get all excited for, Sting, bro, he's calling it quits in February. Hey, guess what? I'm cool with that. Okay, I'm about to watch his last little run. Hey, see you, my boy. See you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you've
but you know
done and
what?
all the memories to see what you've been able to do at 63 years old, and you still doing some of the crazy shit you're doing. You've been needed to go sit your ass down 3 injuries ago, but you
You know what?
still been doing it. It's
But
time to give it up.
But
Hey,
here's
call
the
it
thing
quits.
with Sting, though. Here's the thing with Sting. He may be the most well booked person in AEW. Tony Khan has done a really, really great job of presenting Sting, but not overexposing him. He ain't been out here really having singles matches. He been out here doing stuff with Darby, and like even with the cinematic match, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of worried.
That
I
did
was
something
kind of
different.
worried.
But that see, first of all, let's speak on that real quick because to me, that was the greatest thing ever. First and
Yeah,
foremost,
yeah,
putting him with Darby Allin benefited Sting as much as it benefited Darby Allin
yeah,
because it got Darby Allin over. It got Darby Allin out there. He was just this reckless dude, but a little bit of guidance with Sting, and you seen the methodical, you know, the imagination of this dude, and what in the dark places that he can take his mind. Like that cinematic match, and that shit was that we were worried about it, but we had to remember one thing, man. We saw it with the Undertaker. It was a fight. And we said
yeah,
that's the best
yeah.
way to do it. Just making a fight. It can't be a match. It just gotta be a Earl said Tuco, everybody going tonight.
Eliminated.
Hey man, leave me alone, Earl. But it
Hey,
was just a
you know what? Hey, you ain't King Tuco tonight. You'll be the executioner.
the executioner. Well, I'm off with everybody here tonight, boy. Hey man, look, but it was a fight, and you can, and again, they're wrestlers are basically stuntmen, so they were in their element still, and you just choreograph and plan everything out the right way, and Sting still willing to want to do certain stuff, even though he didn't do too much crazy, but when you look at some of these matches he did, dude, jumping off the damn balcony, do a table, like
Yeah.
bro, like you jumped off a ladder onto the outside and busted your mouth on the table while putting Sammy Guevara through a table. Like, dude, it's like you should have been sat your ass down. You shouldn't have came back, but you did. But because the way we appreciate Tony Khan presenting you and
Yeah.
not just putting you out there to really just show your age. Like, even though you showed your age, but you've been presented in a way where it's been entertaining and fun and people enjoy it. It's like, bro, if you're announcing, yo, I've had a hell of a run, February 2024, your boy's hanging up the boots. Cool. I'm rocking with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
And y'all right. I do want everybody to go. I am passing out retirement like Oprah. You get to retire. You get to retire. You get to retire. You get to go sit your ass down somewhere. I'm letting it. It's going to everybody, man. Let's go. Shit.
But here's the bigger question: are you passing out 401ks?
I ain't say all that. I'm just saying.
Damn, man, you can't let these wrestlers retire with no
Man,
benefits.
they good. They good. They got licensing deals and shit. They all right, man. Shit, they all right. Half of them Hall of Famers. Shit, Vince and WWE gonna be paying them. Well, not Vince, but somebody gonna be giving them out their money. Right now, man, as Vikingo and them picked up the victory as AEW Rampage is going off. Rampage was just a few matches. Nothing's really. They were hyping up everything for tomorrow. You got all the Continental Classic matches setting up. They were setting up next week Dynamite match from Montreal. Double title matches that night. The AEW's got a nice little stack card for Saturday and Wednesday. But other than that, it was just a bunch of matches that they had tonight. Nothing really crazy. Other than that, man. But no, man. I right now, man. Undertaker, WWE Undertaker retired, man. Look, he didn't got up out of there. he realized, oh, time for me to get up on out here, and he did.
Hey, you know what that motherfucker realized? When him and Goldberg had that terrible match at Saudi, he like, yeah, man, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to hang it
Time
up.
to
Man. I
go.
can't be doing this no more. While Kuko passing out dismissals, there's a bunch of missing people tonight on the podcast. Oh, don't worry. Leo's on deck. I mean, but you, Champ, Penelope, Clive, is it Mama? Y'all showed up. So isn't and the rest of the folks, y'all showed up. So y'all good. Don't worry. We got the tardy slips out. But
no
yeah, man.
For Leo.
I mean, don't worry, yeah, but we only giving passes to those that actually have to be at work. You at work, cool. But if you out kicking it, no, you getting rolled up.
Hell yeah. How dare you have a life on a Friday night that don't involve the GOW?
Right. You know where you're supposed to be,
damn. Yeah. At home, on the couch, or the bed. Yeah. It don't matter if we on for 50 minutes or 3 hours. You sit here and you watch it, so you comment, damn it.
Booty, Rudy Tooty booty right there.
Yeah, like the LCJ. I don't know what he doing. His mom basement Wi-Fi working today. I don't know what he think he's doing.
No, she changed the password on him so he can get out.
Oh, I thought she said he had a dish satellite.
Oh no! I said no. She changed the password so he can get out. That's why. Like, I'm trying to have men's come over. Mama's trying to get her freak on. Can't get her freak on with her son in the basement.
Hey, what I said? Mama trying to have some company.
Earl can't come over and knock them boots. Not Earl. I'm sorry, Earl. I didn't mean to use your name, Earl. Oh, man. I know Earl like, hold on, man, don't put me in this.
Hell no.
Hell no. Leo, the only person demoted from HR to recycling head to bellhop. Damn. I feel like he got a raise from recycling head to bellhop.
Man.
Oh shit. Oh man, but man. Honestly though, man, right now in wrestling, at least as far as the WWE side of things, like I say, we know Randy signed to SmackDown. Obviously, he's about to go through the bloodline. He's about to have a match with Jimmy. He's going to have a match with Solo. Obviously, Roman's going to appear and make his 2 cents known. We'll see what else comes from everyone else. They got the tournament for the United States Championship. They got Santos out here doing his thing for right now. They got the ladies battling it over for the championship.
Yes, sir.
Bailey don't know if she belongs or not. So, that's what's going on there. And then, of course, on Raw, Seth Rollins is dealing with, what he's dealing with. Drew McIntyre's in a little pitsy fit because everyone's winning and getting opportunities, and he can't win, even though he's getting opportunities, but he can't win. So, he's in his feelings. Damian Priest wants to cash in so bad. And the women over there are knocking things out the park. So it's like, man, everybody's doing their thing, but right now it's Royal Rumble season, y'all.
Can I give a shout out? I can't believe I'm saying this. And again, I said it many times. I'll say it again. Franchise here have no issue with admitting he's wrong. I want to say this. Triple H, some of his hires and rehirings have not worked out. We've seen it with Karrion Kross.
It took a little bit longer than expected.
Yes, but I would say a re-signing that he brought back, and I was not keen on at first. Nia Jax, bro, she has been doing a fucking stellar job on the Raw side, man. As far as like really being an imposing,
she needs to fight. That's why they can take that punishment. Shit.
Yeah, like her, Raquel, and her and Rhea, her and Zoe. Like Nia she been putting on some decent matches over there, man. So I just wanted to make sure I got that out the way. I know you was talking about just all the different changes and stuff. I wanted to make sure I was such a proponent of being against her. I had to give girl her flowers, man. She out here looking good. She losing weight. She slimming down, man. She doing the whole thing, man. Shout out to you, Nia.
All right, man. We gotta hurry up and get out of here, man, because Earl gotta go knock some boots.
Hey, he said Hercules.
Right, Hercules. By the way, I see rumors swirling around Sasha possibly about to sign with AEW. Is there any truth or just wishful thinking? Well, it could be a little bit of everything. Wishful thinking, truth, and misdirection. The belief is she's enjoying what she's doing right now. As far as being over in New Japan, everything, whatnot. She was injured, so that's why she was out for a while. But the word is that she's enjoying that. Now, is there a chance that she would go back to WWE? Obviously, sure, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even discredit that at all. But she may like where she's at now. So there's a good chance she could sign with AEW. She could sign with WWE. We're not really 100% sure because it's really up to her. But with the way the comings and goings of people from one company to another,
man,
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Nah, and hey, look, anywhere she lands, best believe the franchise will be the first to report it live and direct. Yes, sir. But with that,
but no, but what I wanted to finish though was but right now, man, we're getting a lot of good wrestling. It's Royal Rumble season. We're gonna see who's gonna get built up to be those next people to step up, or we're gonna get some of the folks that we should have been seen, or we're gonna get some new faces. So we're gonna get that for the next 2 months leading up to the Royal Rumble. Tony's gonna build up right now until World's End. We got the Continental Classic tournament, which is gonna continue tomorrow. Got a lot of matchups that's on there tomorrow. Highlighted by Bryan Danielson and Eddie Kingston. Then of course, man, you got what's going to happen in Montreal. You got Edge, aka Adam Copeland, versus Christian. You got Sky Blue going up against Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. You got that. It was another match that you got. Damn it, I forgot they showed it and I forgot it. But Tony's got a lot going on and getting ready to set up for World's End. So, hey man, just buckle up, man, for this last holiday season, man, before we start the new year. We about to get a lot of good wrestling, I believe. So let's all enjoy it. We'll talk the talk as always, but as usual, man, my boy we both got. No, you off, bastard. We both got. Well, I'm gonna say it again. Then I got it. He gets to stay off. But other than that, man, we enjoy hanging out with y'all, man. We appreciate y'all as always, man. Hanging out with your boys, but yeah, man. We'll talk another day. We may come on tomorrow. Not guaranteed. Not guaranteed at all. But we may.
We may. Guess you gotta stay tuned and hit that bell notification and them icons on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and everything else.
Ring a ding ding. Ring a ding ding.
Before we get out of here, we gotta get signed off by our good friend of the GOW.
You are listening to the GOW podcast because we always like to do it with a little hardcore country.
Bye-bye, bitch.